Julie Chrisley is now reportedly getting strip-searched after every visitation. Did Todd Chrisley's wife, or someone in their family, do something to merit this extra precaution being taken after she gets a visit from a loved one? Or, is this new policy the Federal Medical Center in Lexington, Kentucky has put in place? Keep reading for the surprising details. Julie Chrisley strip-searched after every visitation? Chrisley Knows Best fans have been coming forward with tidbits of information about Julie and Todd Chrisley's time behind bars thanks to their loved ones who are also locked up at the same facility. One fan recently learned from a loved one behind bars that they are now being strip-searched after every visit. The Chrisley Knows Best fan explained that they had a friend visiting one of their children who happens to also be locked up at Federal Medical Center in Lexington, Kentucky. Their friend's child revealed there was a new guard that used to be posted behind the wire. This fan proceeded to explain, behind the wire was a much more strict area within the same prison. So, the guard is used to running a tighter ship. As such, thanks to the new guard, inmates are now strip-searched after every visitation. The fan noted that Julie must love the new change in policy. Moreover, they admitted they could only imagine what Julie's daughter Savannah will have to say about the change in policy. Savannah Chrisley has been very vocal. As Chrisley Knows Best fans are aware, Savannah has been very vocal with her thoughts on how FMC Lexington has been treating her mother. A while back, Savannah was extremely vocal about the facility treating her mother worse than dogs as it didn't have air or heat. A statement was later issued indirectly in response to Savannah noting that all federal prisons had air and heat with the temperatures outside called for them to do so. Fans have been more than a little frustrated with Savannah's complaints as they argue her mother is in prison, not in a spa. Are you shocked to learn Julie Chrisley is reportedly getting strip-searched after every visitation from a friend or family member? How do you think Julie and her family feel about this alleged change to the policy? Keep coming back to Update of USA for all Chrisley news, rumors, and gossip. The fluorescent lights buzzed in the cold, sterile room, casting a harsh glare on Julie Chrisley as she sat on the edge of a metal bench. Her heart raced as she waited for her family's visitation. The once vibrant reality star, known for her charm and charisma on Chrisley Knows Best, now found herself navigating a different kind of reality, a reality shaped by the stark confines of the prison walls that surrounded her. Following her sentencing, Julie's life had been turned upside down. Gone were the days of luxury and laughter with her family. Now, every moment was tinged with anxiety and uncertainty. The whispers of other inmates echoed around her, but Julie tried to focus on the silver lining, her family. She longed for the moments of warmth and connection that these visits provided. But today felt different. The prison staff had announced new security protocols, and there were murmurs among the inmates about heightened measures that would be implemented, including strip searches after every visitation. As the heavy door creaked open, Julie's heart sank. It was her son, Chase, who walked in first, followed closely by her daughter, Savannah. Their faces lit up the room, but she could sense the weight of concern behind their smiles. "Hey, Mom," Chase said, forcing a cheerfulness that didn't quite reach his eyes. Savannah rushed over to envelop her mother in a warm hug, but the moment was bittersweet. Julie nodded slowly, her heart heavy with the implications. The thought of being strip-searched after every visitation was humiliating, a brutal reminder of her current reality. "They're making an example of us," she said, her voice trembling. "I guess it's part of their new security measures." Chase clenched his fists in frustration. "This is ridiculous, Mom. You don't deserve this." Julie felt a mix of gratitude and sorrow for her children. "I just need you both to stay strong," she said, trying to maintain a semblance of composure. "We'll get through this together." As they settled into the visitation area, the conversation shifted to lighter topics, their lives outside, how the family was managing the business, and the updates from her husband, Todd. Laughter broke the tension momentarily, but it was short-lived. Every glance at the guards reminded Julie of the impending reality of their departure. Time flew by as they shared stories, but the announcement came too soon. The guards, with their stern faces and practiced efficiency, signaled that the visitation was ending. Julie's heart sank. "I love you both," she said, pulling them in for one last embrace. But as her children walked away, Julie's heart raced with dread. She was escorted by 2 guards to a separate room for the strip search, her stomach churning with anxiety. "Is this really necessary?" she asked, her voice cracking as she walked into the small, bleak room. One of the guards, a stern woman with no-nonsense eyes, replied curtly, "It's protocol. Just comply, and it'll be over quickly." Julie took a deep breath, trying to steel herself against the humiliation. In the back of her mind, she could hear the echoes of her former life: red carpets, family dinners, the laughter of her children. Now, all that remained was this stark reality, stripped of dignity and surrounded by cold steel. As she undressed, Julie couldn't help but think about the message this sent. How could they justify such treatment? She was not a hardened criminal, she was a mother, a wife, and a daughter, someone who had made mistakes but was not defined by them. The guards treated her as just another inmate, a faceless number in a system designed to control rather than rehabilitate. The search itself was dehumanizing. Julie felt exposed and vulnerable as the guard scrutinized her every move, her heart pounding in her chest. She wanted to scream, to rebel against the system that stripped away her identity and reduced her to mere flesh and bone. "I'm not a criminal," she thought to herself, but the reality of her situation echoed back. She was here, living this nightmare, paying for her mistakes. Once the ordeal was over, Julie dressed quickly, trying to regain her composure. The guard led her back through the prison halls, the sounds of inmates in the background blending into a cacophony of despair. Back in the visitation area, she could see her family waiting, their faces etched with concern. "Mom, are you okay?" Savannah asked, her voice filled with worry. Julie forced a smile, though it didn't quite reach her eyes. "I'm fine," she lied. "It's just a part of the process." But as they prepared to leave, Julie's heart felt heavy. The prison system was designed to break spirits, and she could feel the cracks beginning to form. Every visitation would now be shadowed by the knowledge of what awaited her after. Each moment spent with her family would be tinged with fear and anxiety over the humiliating strip search that would follow. After their visit, Julie returned to her cell, the echoes of her family's laughter still fresh in her mind. She clung to the memory, knowing that they were her lifeline in this dark place.